Lang, the program manager with Nwca.
Thank you. Shannon?
Hey everyone, Shannon Hoffman, project manager for the Globeville Elyria Swansea Community Investment Fund.
Thank you. I think I got everybody on the screen. And then we will just go around and start with Steve.
Hi everyone, Steve Daly. I'm the Chief Real Estate Officer at the National Western Center Authority. Brian Perry with the Mayor's Office of National Western. And I am the project manager for the Globeville Elyria Swansea program projects. Mike Bouchard, Mayor's Office, the National Western Center.
I am Brenda Cross, so I'm just a member of Globeville Community member in my first meeting.
And I introduced myself as your facilitator, Catherine Marchuletta.
I'm Pat Barone and I work with a nonprofit organization called Groundwork Denver. And I am the weatherization coordinator.
I'm Eduardo Gonzalez and I work for CSC Spur.
Sandra Ruiz, I'm a Globeville resident and I'm also the National Western Center Community Board member.
Armando Payan, global resident.
Hey everyone, Jenna Garcia with the National Western Center Authority.
I am Lori Larita and I'm with National Western Center.
Right. Lori, I'll just turn the agenda over to you.
Sounds good. So today we're going to be going through some partner updates. We've got, we're trying to change the order of the updates. So I will be next on doing some community updates and what's happening in the next couple of months. And then next we'll have Nwca giving updates as well as CSU Spur and Eduardo. And then Steve will be giving an equestrian task force update for his last meeting. And then we're going to go into some community partners and some awesome activities that are going to be happening, mostly within weatherization and GES. And then we'll have a public comment.
Okay. I think we're going to start with you, Lori.
Yeah, so exciting. So we've had a lot of things happening in the last month. We've had Denver Days. We were so excited to have such a large activation. We were able to serve 6,000 individuals at the riverfront, giving away 3,000 backpacks and over 1,000 haircuts to the students in Denver. And we were lucky enough to have 118 community partners show up that day, giving resources and really working with our families on activation.
Review.
Being good.
I think it might just be somebody.
Yes,
Talking for.
Yeah,
okay, I think it's.
it's in there. Yes.
There we go. They muted. Okay.
Okay, so then, I did want to share the little video that HRCP did create. Click on that little video. It'll take a minute, but just to see the activation on the riverfront and see all of the families, the participants and community members that really did come down and, enjoy the resources.
1,000 haircuts sounds like a Guinness Book of World Records.
I know, right?
Or something.
There were so many haircuts, and they took their time too, like they asked the kids what they wanted.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, okay, let's go through them. They took their time and went through each haircut.
We composted the hair.
Did we really? Interesting. Okay, so I will share the video, but
We were wondering.
I did not know that. I feel like Corey should be here giving that information as well. I will share out the video just so you can, if you want to check it out, we'll send it via email. But then we've had the market at the center. This last focus was tools for teachers. And we were able to serve 25 gift baskets to teachers that were referred to our table, and they were able to take home a gift card and some tools for their classrooms. On Friday, that Friday after, we were able to sponsor and take to the community hub at Swansea Elementary and deliver gift cards so they can purchase off of their Amazon wish list for their students. So we're really looking on partnerships on the community and schools and rec centers. But we were really excited about that opportunity. Our September theme for this upcoming market at the center, the CSU Spur is focusing on a food showcase. So they will have a market style where you go to each vendor and they will be giving you samples of food and then you can purchase their products. So They've done it the last 3 years is what I understand. And our theme is gonna stay around the same thing. We are working with partners. We're gonna be spotlighting Sandra over here, and she'll be having, the reporter. She's gonna be a celebrity, and we'll be sending that information out to you guys as well. But, Sandra is gonna be one of our spotlighted, market. So that's happening. And then we are working together with community partners on collecting donations for Halloween costumes. One of this initiative that came forward is there's so many different activations, activities, and different community events that you have the opportunity to wear these costumes. So we're working with several partners throughout the community on having a collection bin at their place of employment. So if you have gently used costumes, we'll be collecting it from September 1st to September 30th. From there, we are gonna be collecting those costumes and distributing them with the Birdseed Collective Fall Fest that they have every year. We're really excited about that opportunity. This will be the first time I've been able to attend the Fall Fest. But we will be distributing for those families to take those costumes and hopefully wear them at the trunk or treat event that we will have at the Stockyard Event Center, hosted by us and community partners. So if you're interested in coming to the Fall Fest, having your families get a costume, please join the Fall Fest. If you have costumes that you'd like to donate, please see me. I also have flyers at the table here, and I'll be sending it through the chat if you're interested. And then we will, in the next week, I will be trying to collect some people to be on the party committee. There will be food and some exciting things and raffles, but just please participate, be part of the community planning, and make this year the best year that these kids can see for their trunk or treat. We will have some ticket opportunities coming up in the next few months. So if you haven't signed up for the text platform, I really encourage people to sign up. That is the way that we give out free tickets. A lot of the times, it's just the best way for us to get that out. So if you haven't, I've got a QR code that you can just scan and get listed. And then I will send that communication via text. Some of the September topics, I wanted to bring up a conversation. I know that last month we really had a big highlight on sidewalks and lighting. I really did want to work on hoping to have some conversation around some lighting for the CAC. Our goal is to still work on having these conversations and these topics on the agenda, but it probably is not going to be until September. I was really hoping to have one of the topics covered for this one, but it just didn't work out. So please be patient, but know that I did hear a lot of those concerns, and we are really trying to run and get somebody to kind of be part of that conversation and those answers. Next month, we will be having Wes Allison. He will be attending his first CAC meeting, so we're going to have a nice little welcome. And CRL and Slavica Park will be attending that. But oh, sorry. So Wes Allison, he is
President.
he's the president and CEO of the Western Stock Show. He's been on for a few months, but he's been really getting acclimated in his position, and really it seems like it's a pretty large role. So CAC will be his first time in September, and we're really lucky that he has made this an opportunity for us to introduce him to the community members. And then if you have any resources that you would like to share, we would really love to have that so we can share out in our platform, mostly for the CAC. Whether it's a one-time event or a resource that you would like to get out to the 80216 neighborhoods, we would love to get that. You can just email me or text me, and I'll get that information sent out to multiple people.
And then I think you wanted to share one other thing.
Yep. So one of the things that we wanted to go over for people that have been attending CAC or are new to these meetings. I started in December, so really getting comfortable with what our mission is for CAC, how we want to move forward, and just to refresh those goals. So I just wanted to talk about the CAC was formed in 2013 to ensure community voices are central to the development of the National Western Center. that is the reason why CAC kind of came together, and this conversation is meant for the community and community partners to kind of have these conversations. Our goal is to really bridge between the GS neighborhoods and the National Western Center, having conversations or bringing other vendors or individuals to come and talk about topics that are part of the conversation at our CAC meeting. We have our updates, and we obviously know that we have Nwca here. We've got CSU Spur, WSSA will be having their updates, but really engaging those other partners like the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, having them come back to the table, and History Colorado, just so we can really see how we can engage our community and our partners. And then it's the fourth Wednesday of every month. And if you are attending, there is a stipend, and it's paid out every 6 months. And I will be sending out that policy by the next month, just to remind people that you do get a stipend for attending if you are coming as a community member, not necessarily if you are attending as a business member, like you're getting paid to attend, but I will send out that stipend policy just as a reminder. Armando?
Yeah. Thank you for your comments on the mission. And I see it a little bit broader, a little bit bigger, and I hope with everybody's input here is that I see it developing into even a bigger resource. And what I mean by that statement is that such as like a repository where all the community can leave their mission statement or whatever they're involved in, and we have a repository in terms of resources where we can cross-utilize each other's resources to be able to further enhance the quality of life at GES and beyond. So I like your mission, and I like the venue that we're going. And I just like to encourage everybody to support Lori and be able to expand into a repository in terms of neighborhood resources. That's what, to add to your vision.
Yeah, and just creating a platform for communications and conversation. As you know, it's these conversations that help us be more transparent and allow, topics that are positive, negative. We are here to talk about that and share our resources and share community support.
I might add a couple of things. The roles and responsibilities of the CAC were really thought over the course of many months, actually, and a lot of discussion by the CAC members on what was the role and really what were the values of the CAC. And it's not only, it's about sharing community information, it's also about providing advice on community needs and priorities, and some of the additional task force that have been established around the new developments on the campus really came out of that discussion, and really having a way to create such task forces. It's also important that we hear what are the community needs, because that's why we spend these 2 hours once a month to hear from you and offer you the opportunity to talk to us. And many of you have taken that opportunity over the course of the meetings. And also we want to be sure that we're promoting transparency and collaboration. And with that, we established as part of the roles and responsibilities a set of both values and ways that we would work together. And it really is about working with respect, openness, and trust, but also with collaboration, diverse voices, and real community impact. And really making sure that we respect one another's opinion even when we don't agree, and also giving time for everyone to speak. So those are values that were established by the CAC back in 2013 and have rolled forward over the course of time. And so I just wanted to remind those of you who worked really hard on establishing the roles and responsibilities. Thank you. We pay attention to them every meeting. And for those of you who are new, so that you know that in fact, there was a lot of thought given to not only how we conduct our meetings, but how we share information among one another. So that not only from the National Western Center Authority's position, but also from the community's position, that everybody has a role and everybody has the same right for voice at these meetings.
Thank you. So, the next thing I wanted to talk about is, just our continued partnership with We Don't Waste and Recycle. It really has been growing with our community. This last month, we were able to serve 85 families of the 80216 neighborhood. They had started in March, as you know, and to date, we've served 5,379 individuals. That's amazing. And to be able to serve 164 of those households were in the 80216 zip code. Our next We Don't Waste is September 5th. Please join. They are working on ways to, if you're not able to download the app, you can text that service and they can sign you up. I do have that information printed out, as well as we'll be sending it in this chat on how to do that. So if you have like a phone that does not download apps or anything, they do have a text platform. So you can sign up and you can talk to a physical person about making sure that that happens. But, you know, please, the service is for the community and for our community partners to share. So please make sure that you are sharing with the community, as well as if you need services, please sign up.
Anything else?
And then we already touched on it, but I will be also sending out, these are the 2 flyers that you'll be seeing around town. It's the Halloween costume donation, as well as the trunk or treat. We will be activating on October 31st, this trunk or treat, and our goal is to have many cars, contests. Hopefully the Transformers, dancers, and SSA has confirmed that they will be doing hot cocoa and snacks for our community. So we're really excited. So if you would like this via email, we'll send that in chat, and then also we have flyers that you can take.
Hey, Laura, you gonna have one of those big containers where you throw a ball and somebody falls into it?
So good.
I volunteer,
Yeah.
I volunteer.
See what you just.
That sounds great.
I know.
Yeah, I'll just go, man, get in there.
I just share, this is just from the past month of, you know, some of the pictures from this Garden Place Academy, having, being able to work with Armando and his team to get that playground repainted for the kids to be able to come back to school and have fresh paint and have a vibrant, playground. So thank you, Armando, for letting us be a part of that. As well as, you know, we have some community members that volunteered the Day of Denver Days. We're so grateful for the partnerships like that, and and for the community being part of our activations.
And Kirsten did a really good job on the orange, and she put 2 coats on there.
Yeah, so I did hear that. I did hear that.
Armando, thank you.
And then it just had a couple pictures of, we did have birdseed. They did a mural on our, it's like the cement wall, or the cement wall, and the kids just used their chalk and they colored it up, and it's still up at this point. And then we have the QR codes if you would like to sign up for the newsletter or the text platform. You know, please sign up. That's the way I can communicate the best for community and activations.
Thank you, Lori. Our next agenda item is, Mike, on an update on Nwca.
Thank you. So last month, we did a more of an update of construction on the campus. Not all that much has changed in a month, so we were just gonna maybe do that bi-monthly or as there were major updates to share. So today, just wanted to share our GES comms, as we call it, map. This is our effort to capture all of the different construction projects, both city-led and otherwise, that are happening in the area. And Brian leads this for us, and they are updated on this map weekly. And this map is available for everyone to check in, just to try to have a single place where we can capture all of the stuff that's going on, particularly road closures and things that impact the ability to get around mobility in the area Swan Food. So just quick highlights, you can see the areas in red are obviously the ones that are most impacted. So starting on the left, over on 51st, there is a closure there as they're doing some utility work as part of the Washington Ave and 51st intersection. Going south from that, there's another red bar at 48th, where they're doing levee work along the river. That one is probably less impactful because that was sort of a dead end anyway, but just be aware that that is closed. Jumping to the other side, around the data center project, there is a closure on 49 as they do their work there. And then there's an intermittent closure, one lane on Brighton Boulevard at Race Court as well. So if there are specific questions, Brian's happy to answer them. If you don't have access or need a link to where this map lives, let us know. If there's other information that can be helpful to you as residents of the neighborhood, that we can try to capture here, please let us know. We're trying to make this a tool for everyone in the neighborhood, just to have a better sense of what's going on and where the impacts are.
Just as a quick plug too, for those who are attending the CAG meeting tomorrow, there'll be a more comprehensive update on all the construction that's happening.
Great. Questions?
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Environment. Everything at sea is useful.
I think the one thing that I wanna highlight, I seen the flyer today, but, next month on the 9th, we are hosting the EPA and a few other government organizations to talk about the soil here. Not just the history, but I also know there's been a lot of questions regarding what do I do with my kids, what do we do, with this medical needs, so we're gonna be bringing some specialists that can answer those questions, and that hopefully they're all prepared to answer the questions there or provide the information so you can reach out to them afterwards and get follow-up information. The idea of this event is to kind of give a brief history of the point of view from the government's point of view of the history in this area, what they know, which a lot of us already know already, but it's to catch the people up if they're interested. And they have some more one-on-one questions with professionals about specific needs. Because it's been a big request in the past 100 years, so I know that it's been very important, so if you have questions, let me know. Also I sent out a flyer today, and if you did not get it and you're interested in it, let me know too. That's crazy, I was gonna say it's been an interest in the past year, just because I've been here for a year, but it's been
Oh, yeah.
forever. And people have asked them.
Are they gonna give any updates on funding from EPA?
That's the goal too.
In terms of mediation?
What we've asked them is, hey, I need you to tell us what your next steps are. If it's, hey, you lost all funding, so you can't do anything, at least explain why you're doing what you're doing, instead of not having a response or leaving people out in the dark. The idea is that people have the information to prepare, instead of just not knowing what's going on. It could be bad news or it could be good news.
Do you have the DPPHE that? Have you,
PhD, yeah.
they'll be present?
Mhm.
Great.
Will they be explaining also the contamination sites, why they changed them?
They should be able to, it's all that I hope so, we pulled anyone that we know, even for me, from the EPA, from CDPHE, that might have some information, so I will say I recommend coming. The presentation will be quick, but then you can have more one-on-ones with specialists, and they'll have signs saying the stuff they know.
What time is it?
Dinner starts at 5. And then it will go up till 8. If we have to stay longer because you have conversations, that's fine. I'm the one hosting, so we can stay there for us, so we can hold them.
Just one last question. I know EPA is pretty much done with, on the federal funding side in terms of the remediation. But as he mentioned about CDPHE, is there anything on the state side that's, gonna be active in terms of taking over? Because there's still a lot of remediation that needs to take place, in my opinion.
Yeah, of course. I don't have that answer, but during that event, someone should be able to answer that. I don't want to speak for them.
Yeah.
I'll represent them.
See, I was asking about DDPHE, so Denver, Department of Health.
Someone should be coming.
Okay.
To be sure. I don't know their name though. The EPA was someone that grabbed the data specialist.
To both Denver County and state.
There's CDPHE.
Yeah,
DDPHE. and
I just-
EPA.
And a million.
All three of them, are kind of have
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
roles in that, so.
And you said that's on the 9th?
The 9th,
So-
September, 2 weeks. Tuesday. And I'm gonna be doing some flyering to all the local organizations and houses too.
Thank you. Anything else, Eduardo?
That is the big thing. Tomorrow there's a event at Spur that is water talks that they're gonna talk about the water conservation. If you're interested in coming, I got to send you an email. I also sent that flyer to you, Lori, too, so you can share it out as well. I got the flyer today, so I was like, oh, pass it out as fast as I can.
Thank you, Eduardo. Steve, can you update us on the Equestrian Center?
Sure.
and hotel?
Hi, everyone. Again, I'm Steve Malley with the authority. The authority is working in partnership with the city to deliver the next phase of the project, and it's the Equestrian Center, hotel, housing, parking garage, community center, greenhouse project. I will just go through a couple of quick slides. The point of the agenda item here at CAC is to provide an update on what we discussed at the task force. And to also try to generate more interest in the task force and in the project and hope to engage more people. So just quickly, just a general overview on the proposed scope. So you're seeing here a map of generally of the National Western Center. The dark orange with the dashed line is the Equestrian Center site. It's about 18 acres of ground. The proposed project is an equestrian center, which is a show arena with 4,500 seats, stables, warm-up paddocks, a hotel, generally 160 rooms, full service, meaning there's a restaurant and kind of food and beverage offering that you would expect in a more of a full service hotel environment. Workforce housing, 30 to 40 units with parking, 100% income restricted. Parking garage, up to minimum of 580 spaces for the campus with additional parking for hotel. There's a armor administration building. It's a historic landmark building out on the site. That's part of the project that's proposed to be a restaurant, bar, and meeting space. And there's 4,000 square feet of community space dedicated for the community's use. That the task force has worked on quite a bit, and then about 5 acres of just kind of plaza and open space surrounding all these buildings that I've described. So there is a task force that focuses on this effort. It meets the second Wednesday of every month. Our next meeting is on September 10th, right here in this room, but there's a virtual option as well. It starts at 5 p.m. This is the proposed topics and schedule for the rest of the year. At our August meeting, we provided a general project update. We also started talking about the Denver Construction Careers Program, so construction jobs. We had Derek Watson join us from the city of Denver. He's the executive director of the Denver Construction Careers Program. He talked about the ordinance and basically what the developer will be required to do around construction jobs. We also had Hannah Seeley from Hensel Phelps. Hensel Phelps is the contractor that we selected through our big procurement process. And she talked about how she would meet the Denver Construction Careers Program and some of the resources that are available for folks that want to get a job, and also small businesses that would like to get hired to do work in the construction of this project. So we plan to bring Derek back again, Hannah back in September to talk more about those resources as a follow-up. We sent out some data on jobs to the task force from Derek and his slideshow and Hannah's slideshow as well. We want to just bring it back, make sure there's good discussion there, any follow-up questions. We also intend to bring some service providers that help folks with training and preparation for getting ready for these jobs that will be coming when construction begins. So that's the first topic. The next topic in September will be we'll begin discussing workforce housing. We'll have additional subject matter experts there, including representative from Host, to provide an update to the task force around plans for workforce housing. So again, this is next meeting is September 10th, 5 o'clock right here, and there's a virtual option. If you are, if you're not currently on the task force, it is an open invitation and, we will take down your permission, provide it to Lori. For those that are not on the task force and those interested in joining, and, we will, make sure we get you on the invite.
Just might add that this task force is an outcome of the CAC. And really is, it showcases what, Lori was talking about earlier in terms of the role of the CAC in advising and bringing community concern to the CAC and to the National Western Center Authority leadership. So just to remind you that the task force itself is really part of what the CAC is, and everyone is welcome. So just by letting Lori know if you want to, if you need more information, or if you need to know sort of what the agenda is going to be, Lori's your best contact on that as part of the CAC process.
Any questions on that?
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. So an opportunity now for the community to update us on your events and updates in the community. And anybody like to share some information?
I know that we were gonna have Pat kind of do an overview and Armando about, the weatherization program that they have going on with the 80216 community. So I would love for you guys to talk on that opportunity for the community.
Sure, just to share with you, everybody in 80216 and beyond, or GES. Two things. One thing is that, our home ownership program that UCAN has been doing throughout the summer and the spring will continue this fall and in the spring of 2026 in the summer. We're gonna have, another home ownership seminar workshop / here at the, National Western Center, 5115 Race Course, on September 13th from 2 to 2:45. And as part of that process, or in conjunction, in collaboration with the National Western Center, Jenna and Lori and the rest of the staff here, we teamed up with Groundwork Denver, and Pat Baron here is from Groundwork Denver. And she's a key focal point, or the single point of contact. And what the weatherization program is, to me, it's super cool. And I think this has been lacking. This was one of the topics that we applied to the CIF about. We also applied to see EPA about. And I want to just touch on it, Pat, and then you can take over from here. The weatherization program, what it does, it's open to everybody, whether you're a homeowner, whether you're a renter, it doesn't matter. Our goal, UCAN's goal, is to help everybody at UCAN provide these services, and it's free if you qualify, and their income guidelines are very, very flexible. And what I mean by that statement in terms of weatherization, new heaters, cooling systems, ventilation systems, insulation, they do what they call it's called a blow test to see if there's any leakage in terms of insulation in your home. And then they address those issues. They look at all your appliances, and make sure that they're solid in there. And again, it's free, and this is something that's been lacking in GES, as many of you know. 60% of these homes in GES are over 100 years old. In fact, Globeville, those houses were in a flood. The foundations are, my heart sometimes goes out because of the fact that sometimes the house, it's better to knock it down than try to save it, but because of our economic system here it's really hard to, all we try to do is keep these homes alive and keep them going and functioning and provide housing for our residents here in GES. So again, Pat Baron's number is, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, it's 303, I'll say it out loud. And somebody can put it in the chat, but it's 303-335-8097, and please share that with everybody. We have a flyer that's gonna be distributed to the rec center, the churches, all the public resources in the neighborhood. And again, it's free. And it also includes what I really like that nobody else, XL doesn't do this, and Denver Urban Renewal doesn't do this. It also includes mobile homes. Where in the past, Denver Urban Renewal and XL, they wouldn't touch those. We have a pocket of mobile homes in Swansea, and a pocket in Elyria, and Groundwork Denver will service those. And those, from my perspective, those types of housing really need insulation to the utmost. And again, I'd like to thank Jenna and Lori and the rest of the National West staff for allowing us to host this project in collaboration with Groundwork Denver. And Pat, please share some of your comments. And I have a flyer, I'll pass that around as well.
Okay, well, as you mentioned, I'm Pat Baron, and I have been with Groundwork Denver for about 14, 15 years now. And we are allowed to do 110 audits per year. And the things that, first of all, you do need to live in Denver County, you need to income qualify. And if you are a renter, you do need your landlord's permission in order to do that weatherization, at your home. And, there is an agreement form that the landlord needs to review and sign, giving us permission to do that energy assessment. If this all takes place, what we do is check the furnace, water heater, make sure everything is functioning properly. If they are, we do what we call a blower door test, seal up the major air leaks, like caulking the windows, weather stripping doors, using foam to insulate big gaps in around pipes such as under your sinks, LED bulbs, shower heads, sink aerators, smoke detectors, crawl space attic and wall insulation if needed. They will also review the condition of your refrigerator. If they determine it needs to be replaced, we can replace it, but I have been advised to former clients, and I hate to say this, but due to the quality of the refrigerators that we are able to purchase, I tell our clients that it might be best for you to hang on to your old refrigerator for as long as possible.
So I can't get a stainless steel one with the ice maker and the wax.
Well, and we received the funding from HRCP, the City and County of Denver, Human Rights and Community Partnership Department, Energy Outreach Program, EOC, XL Energy Rebate Programs. When we do an energy audit at a person's home, the team will give that information to XL. XL in turn will give Groundwork Denver rebate money to apply it towards another energy audit.
Nice. But thank you. Please, everybody, reach out to Groundwork Denver and Pat or the single source of
And
contact.
that is my cell number. I work from home, so just.
I think Becca has a question.
Hi, yes, hi, thank you. The question is for you, Armando. First of all, I want to thank you because this is something that Global First has been pushing for. You know, the quality of the residents that live in Global, they're unsafe. They're living in very unsafe conditions. With all the development going on, these people are at high risk for losing their homes. So I just want to commend you, first of all, because this is such a huge, huge need. Second off, if you can either share in the chat or through email the flyer that we can send to the residents, because we only got so much funding this go around through the SIF to try to do home improvements. And to be realistic, it's not enough. The work that we're doing, Milo is doing such a great job and doing the most he can, but realistically, it's not enough to even scratch the surface of what's going on in Global. So, yeah, we have a lot of residents that we're unable to, service or get to. So if you can share that information, it's very much appreciated.
Yes, and thank you. And I spoke to Milo before about the same project, and again, coming back to Laura's and Jenna's in terms of sharing resources, this is a good example of, I look at it as a repository. We bring everybody together, share the resources and collaborate and put our best foot forward to make the quality of life better in GES, given the resources, the limited resources that we have. And again, I just encourage everybody to please reach out to Pat, get on our schedule, and let's take care of these houses in GES, especially in Global, because they've been hit with that flood, and I was in that flood and got stranded on the baseball stands, and that's really succinct in the back of my mind. So thank you, Ben.
When we first started, when I first started working for Groundwork Denver, we did a lot of door-to-door canvassing, knocking on people's doors, face to face, and that was an asset for Groundwork Denver. That's how we got a lot of our customers. But after COVID, that stopped. We have done some, not that much though. And I did a lot in the beginning of canvassing. I don't think I feel comfortable doing that now, but we do have flyers that I've left on their front doorknob, just telling them about the program, and I've had a response from that too. But we did do a lot of work in GES before COVID, and but like I said, we haven't really done that much canvassing. a lot of my resources that I get, clients comes from CARE, the Energy Outreach CARE program.
Mhm.
But, if you have some places that you could recommend that we put our flyers, your churches or wherever, you know, we could do that and stop by and leave some information there for the people.
Yeah, I'll get together with you and give you, points of contact,
Okay.
and Laura will as well, and whoever else. Want to make sure that we, you know, we share this information and take advantage of it. Cause the funding's gonna go up, might go away December 31st, so we really need to, alert the residents here and everybody, please take advantage of this, as long as you're in city, county, Denver, but again, you know, I'm kind of, focused or specialized in GES because, again, you know, I believe our neighborhood's been ignored for over 100 years, and we need to stop that. And bring projects like this to the table and make sure everybody has an opportunity to participate. So again, thank everybody for sharing this information in advance.
Thank you, Armando, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Any other notices or of events or any updates? Okay, thank you. And then, we have opportunity here for public comment. Is there any public comment tonight? Okay,
Wow.
yeah, I think that may be.
We do have, a birthday cake. I would love for us to celebrate Nico and sing happy birthday, if that's okay, Sandra. And, yeah, just celebrate him and then take your dessert. We don't have to do it to go, but like I said, we got an hour back into our lives. So you wanna bring Nico in and I'll get the cake. Thanks for you.
Let's try.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christina. So those of you who are on Zoom, if you feel like you need to go on, that's okay. We're gonna be celebrating here.
Just send me an email. I'm not.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Happy birthday, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I have napkins.
Yeah.
What? These are not at the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a new Vietnamese French restaurant.
I really wanna go.
Yeah.
I've been there, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
It's very nice.
In fact, we got
Vietnamese food's my favorite, so ENT on.
Yeah.
Is it like a mix of Vietnamese and?
No, I think it's by us.
You got the light?
Most of the other meats, I think,
Okay.
that's not dinner the first time I went.
It feels like a very nice restaurant. though.
It's really pretty and.
Okay, you got to turn off the light where I work.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nico. Happy birthday to you. And look, there's all sorts of goodies. There's like cookie dough, Butterfinger, M&M, Oreo, stop it.
Love
This is
it.
great.